If you've got a band, you've got a gym. To a degree. If you are interested in some of the benefits that training with a band coupled with weights and without weights could potentially result in, this is the video for you. Keep watching. Now, I understand why you might be skeptical regarding some of the benefits using a band can boast. I mean, let's be honest, the fitness industry doesn't have the greatest reputation, given some of the things that some of the most highly regarded athletes are inclined to promote, like skinny cream. However, resistance bands have several benefits and certainly do have their place in any training program or exercise routine, both in the gym as well as at home. Now let's start with the basic pros and cons. Then we can get into what science suggests. Resistance bands are cheap. That small investment buys you the ability to do a whole range of exercises outside the gym as well as inside of the gym. They're also lightweight and easy to transport. Not that relevant now though, unless you're intending to sell your bands after lockdown. Again, lightweight and easy to transport. Now another benefit is they can change the resistance curve of an exercise. Now weights weigh the same no matter how high you lift them, but in different movements, certain points will be harder than others, due to what's called the strength curve. Now there are three types of strength curves: ascending, descending, and bell-shaped. Now an ascending strength curve is where the exercise gets easier towards the end of the range of movement. An example of this would be the bench press or the shoulder press. A descending strength curve is where the movement gets harder towards the end of the movement. An example of this would be like a bent over row or a chin-up. Bell-shaped, hardest in the middle. And an example would be the bicep curl. Now resistance bands exert more strain the further you stretch them. In a way, the weight increases as the movement progresses, otherwise known as an ascending resistance curve. Now this can be applied to the benefit of your training in two ways. In movements like a squat or a bench press, bands can be fantastic as they allow you to maintain tension throughout the entirety of the movement. This is what's called accommodating resistance training, which is a fantastic tool for improving strength, power, and helping you overcome sticking points. Alternatively, in exercises that you would like to reduce the difficulty, like a pull-up or a dip, bands can allow you to perform these exercises with a full range of movement that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to achieve. Now, of course, resistance bands do have their limitations, and luckily for you, I don't have an endorsement deal, otherwise I wouldn't make mention of these. Not every exercise will be feasible, and the total load offered by a resistance band cannot match that of certain weights. But there are numerous studies that show that muscle fiber recruitment is actually very similar when you compare weights and resistance band training. Now, Brandt et al. In 2013 found that elastic resistance and exercise machines seem equally as effective for recruiting muscle activity of the hip adductors. Additionally, using elastic resistance, greater muscle recruitment was achieved during hip adduction than it was using a machine. When comparing the effects of a short-term resistance program on strength using weights and machines to elastic tubing, Collado et al. Also concluded that the result indicated that resistance training using elastic tubing or weighted machines and free weights actually resulted in equivalent improvements in isometric force. So in summary, whether you are at home or in the gym, resistance bands can only add benefit to your regime, whether it's by helping you increase your 1RM or by simply increasing the intensity of your home workouts, by allowing you to perform exercises with resistance you wouldn't otherwise be able to. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that renders you more inclined to go and buy a band, of the understanding that it's not only going to be of use now, it is in fact going to be of use when the gyms reopen.